Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. 53's the mic. 53.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Tight right. Alert, alert.
White 20, white 90, white 30.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
White 20, white 20, white 19.
Play action now, Vic. He's going to loft one, deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. As we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
White 90, white 20.
From the gun, Vic over the middle. That's caught by Miller. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his legs.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to him. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
4 down. Check.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down.
Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, it would likely put an end to this thing.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green.
Interesting. Mahomes wants to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Green, 90.
They go play action. Now Mahomes looking deep for Hilton. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. T.Y. Hilton, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. Vic on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Vic. And this one is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Desperation time. Vic on 4th down. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Trying to get it to Woods.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jimmy Graham, an 11-yard touchdown. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it? This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head, but...
But that's
The
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
it. In that case, run it up.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Vick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snatched by the safety, Ed Reed. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through him. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And they'll run it here. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
Oh, and now Vick throwing another interception.
You see me out here?
Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Join the discussion on Twitter at EA Sports_MUT. With that, we say so long from Big D.
The NFL playoffs are upon us. It's the coach in Orlando, and you're tuned in to Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We are just moments away from kickoff, and we've got a good one on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Chicago Tigers. With that, we send you up to US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Standing by our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kick. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Strong right.
319.
We got 3 down, but we got
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Dumps it off to Mixon. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Sanders now to return. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
Well documented that he's the son of a former major league pitcher, but Pat has always said that football has fired him up in a way that baseball just didn't. He always wanted to be a football player, still has the big arm that his father had, and he uses it to send the ball downfield in a big way.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way you press the hole, absolutely perfect.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 28 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On second down, here's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And he's going to be brought down on what'll be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books. It's a close game here early on. We're back with more from Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Now Sanders. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point. Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class. There was a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air. And then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. No. 319. Oh, you got D? 319.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On first down, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Anthony Barr coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On second down, here's Rodgers. And the pressure gets to him again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down.
Double tight. Blue 58. Blue 58 to
A handoff to Mixon. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brad Wing now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. He's going to take another It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Here's Mahomes to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation. Mahomes going to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jimmy Graham, as time expires in the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all of that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows him.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns, but the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our players spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14. Yards.
All day. Woo! Let's get it.
319.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Strong right. Strong right.
319.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ryan Shazier in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks, in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this.
Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they're set up in a golden position here right around the 10-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 4th and goal as they look to finish this one off.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Green 19.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And Reed with it over the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
3 down.
Rodgers again now. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brandon Graham in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Well, let's see. He was 8 of 13 prior to that pass. Now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game. Not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's Brad Wing now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just...
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Green 90.
They go play fake. Mahomes looking deep for Hilton. And that's caught at the 25. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Ready. Green 90.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
This is caught. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
And again, it's Mahomes. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too?